You are so lucky to be alive here today. Someone could have died or been seriously injured from this accident.
The courtroom was packed with people asking the judge to show Cindy Petra mercy. Friends came forward. Family members stood behind her. Even people from her workplace were there to describe the woman they knew. But the judge wasn't sentencing a reputation. She was sentencing a decision. At 56 years old, Cindy was facing her 5th drunk driving charge, and this case involved an accident that resulted in a death. Now, with mandatory prison time on the table, the court faced one of its hardest questions. How much should a defendant's good reputation matter when the consequences of her choices have already become deadly? The courtroom was filled with people who clearly believed Cindy Petra deserved another chance. They knew her as a friend, a co-worker, a family member, a person they cared about. One after another, supporters were prepared to speak on her behalf, hoping the judge would see something beyond the charge written on the case file. But there was a problem. This wasn't a first offense. Cindy was 56 years old and facing her 5th drunk driving charge. And this time, the case was tied to an accident that resulted in a death. That changed everything. Because the judge wasn't being asked to decide whether Cindy was a good person in everyday life. The court had to confront what happened when a dangerous decision was made behind the wheel. Her supporters could describe years of friendship, hard work, and the person they believed Cindy truly was. But none of those things could erase the history now standing before the court. 5 DUI charges, a deadly accident, and the possibility of mandatory prison time. That put the defense in an extremely difficult position. Their strategy appeared to rely heavily on
Record in the matter 24 TR 115 25 CF 46, State of Wisconsin versus Cindy Petra. The state appears through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. Ms. Petra appears in person with counsel Adam Benson. We're set today in this matter for a plea and sentencing. The court has received and fully reviewed 4 written character reference letters. The court has also received and reviewed a letter written by Ms. Petra herself. She may be able to state that out loud to the court. If not, the court has a copy of her statements. The parties have reached an agreement. Mr. Benson, can you please recite the agreement for the record?
Your Honor, she would enter a plea to count 1. Count 2 would be dismissed and read in, and we're looking at the statutory minimum, Your Honor.
Ms. Petra, is that the agreement that you've reached with the state?
Yes, ma'am.
And I do note that there are 10 people here that are observing and watching this hearing. They are here for your support, and I do want to commend them for being here today. I don't see a lot of people supporting individuals who are entering pleas, not as much as I should. And so that shows me, Ms. Petra, you are very loved and respected in the community. And so I appreciate that they are here. As to count 1, OWI 5 or 6, a class G felony, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
The court will find your plea of guilt is done knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. I'm going to find that you understand your constitutional rights and what it means to waive and give up those rights. I will find a factual basis to accept your plea of guilt. Based on that, I will find you guilty of count 1. Count 2 will be merged and dismissed with count 1. The TR matter will be dismissed and read in. A judgment of conviction will be entered today. Mr. Benson, before we proceed to arguments, how many people will be making a statement on Ms. Petra's behalf?
I would have to, I assume all of you would, or?
Whoever will be making a statement, please come up and sit in the jury box. You will have a seat right here in the witness stand, and you will provide your statement to the court. All right, sir, you're last or you're first? So just come right up here. All right, when you are seated, you can come in here. Nope, right in here. You should be able to open a door. And then have a seat. Speak slowly into the microphone and enunciate your words, please. First, state your name and your relationship with Ms. Patra.
My name is Mark Flom. I work with Cindy at Parker. I am the manufacturing engineering manager at Parker.
Can you spell your last name?
FLOM.
All right. What would you like the court to be aware of?
First and foremost, Cindy is a highly accountable person, both at work and outside of work. She has a huge heart and does everything she can to help everyone at our Parker facility. We had two gentlemen on my team that had very serious medical issues within the last couple of years since this event has happened. And she was the first person to stand up and do fundraisers for those two individuals and raise several $1,000s for both of them. Beyond that, Cindy does a great job making sure everyone at our facility feels welcome and takes care of everyone. Sometimes she should take care of herself better than that, but she is an awesome person.
Thank you, Mr. Flum. You may go have a seat in the back. Next individual, please. Please state your name, spell your name for the record, and your relation to Ms. Patra.
My name is Dale Bistram, DALEBISTRAM, and Cindy is a part-time casual labor employee for me, and she did work for me for about 3 years before she got hired at Parker. And I just got a one-page letter here, if I could read that I wrote, just so I know what I'm saying here is.
If you're going to read something, please read it slowly and enunciate your words. My court reporter does need to take everything down.
Sure. Again, my name is Dale Bistram, and as of December 1st, I will own the Country Cafe in Grantsburg for 10 years. Between this restaurant and other private and corporate restaurants, I have been in the business for about 34 years. Most of that time has been in management, either managing corporate restaurants or my own. In those 34 years, I hired over 500 employees, so I would like to think I'm a pretty good judge of character. I first met Cindy Patra in 2018 when she came into my cafe to apply for a job for cooking. I interviewed her for about 10 minutes before I hired her on the spot. She worked for me for about 3 years before getting hired on at Parker full-time, which I understand because Parker could offer her benefits. Since then, Cindy has worked for me as casual labor. For instance, last Sunday, I had a cook that didn't feel well, so Cindy was at my cafe within 10 minutes and finished out the day cooking. I consider myself lucky to have someone like that can come in on weekends at a moment's notice and do a great job. My customers and my employees truly enjoy her. Cindy has also been there for me outside the cafe. For instance, when I needed help right after my dad passed away, Cindy was right there to help me with cleaning up around the farm, even going as far as jumping on the hay rack, stacking bales, only taking a couple bales for herself as compensation. There are a few people that I know that would do that. In the years that I've known Cindy, I have watched her grow in her professionalism, dedication, and integrity. From myself working at Parker, I still know many people there, including management, and I've never heard a bad word about her. As for my cafe, again, people enjoy her, be able to step in wherever and do what it takes to get the job done, making sure my customers get taken care of. Finally, may I be the first one to say, Cindy is needed by me, Parker, and the community. I would ask that you allow Cindy to keep staying active in the community and to be able to still contribute to all that have become to know her and appreciate her. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Bistrom. Next. Again, please state your name, spell your name, and your relationship to Ms. Patra.
Good afternoon. My name is Anthony Wolf, ANTHONY WOLF, and I'm the assembly supervisor at Parker and a co-worker of Cindy Patra. First and foremost, thank you, Honor, for allowing us the opportunity to speak on behalf of a co-worker as well as a friend. I have worked with Cindy for roughly 6 years. now, and she has helped me at vital points outside of work as well as inside of work. There have been times where I've had broken down lawnmowers, and she has graciously driven her own lawnmower to work to allow me to borrow. She is a pivotal person at work on our engagement team. Anytime that there are fundraisers or other raffles that we are putting together, Cindy is typically the person that is deciding which organization those